All right, good morning. I figured I'd try out some Peter McKinnon GoPro settings and wash my car. All right, exterior wash is done. I want to check on the engine. So I'm comfortable pressure washing engines, especially late model cars with closed air intakes, right? I do not have any concerns about, putting a limited amount of water on the hood. Now, with my car, I have an open air intake. Look how yellow this thing is. That's terrible. It's super yellow, right? That's it's a $1,000 intake from a reputable company, and it's maybe a year and a half old, and the carbon fiber is just yellowed. But whatever, it performs. It just looks like trash. So because of the open air intake, I'm not going to drench the engine. All right, so I just put a bag over the intake. It's fine. I already hosed off the rest of it. We don't need to scrub. So while we're here, right, so we have the AWE. This is the no lid intake, as I mentioned. I have a 034 This is the strut tower brace. And then that's it for the engine. Stock ECU, stock engine, just the intake and the strut brace for under the hood. I'm gonna go through the rest of the OEM plus mods on the car after I get the thing cleaned up, but that's it for the engine. All right, car's washed, it's blown dry. We're gonna use CarPro Ec2O and dry the thing off. But here, let's go over, my OEM plus mods and what I need to do next. All right, so 2018 S4. This is the B9 chassis, right? This is the first year of the B9 generation. So they dropped the superchargers and they switched to a 3.0 single turbo. Let's see, first talk about suspension. So I have ABT height adjustable springs. Picture a coilover with my stock struts and shocks, right? I have magnetic ride, so it's adjustable. I wanted to retain that adjustability, so the ABT setup gives me a perch just like coilovers, where you can adjust it with a wrench, and you get some flexibility with the height. Zero rub, there's zero scrape. The Audi has a pretty forgiving front end. It's kind of a bull nose, relative to like the M3s that have a longer front end. The S4 is pretty short, so my approach angle is pretty good. I don't have a long hanging out front end. So because of that, I've never scraped anything. Okay, so I do have a little bit of excess camber on the front, but it's not terrible. I don't have abnormal tire wear. The only way to fix that is to get adjustable upper control arms. 034 does make a set, but I'm not really interested. This is just a daily. Let's see, current wheel setup are the BC Forged. These are RZ10s with the brushed clear finish. These are 19 by 9.5, 37 offset with a 66.6 center bore. Right, so that means there's no spacers, there's no hub rings. It's a direct bolt-on, which is what I want. Prior to these, I had BBS CIRs. I had spacers, I had hub rings. It was a mess. I struggled with vibrations on those things. And even prior wheels on my Volkswagen, I had OZs, I had new speeds. I don't do well with hub rings for some reason. Maybe I'm just overly sensitive to vibration. Other suspension or other mods are pretty basic. I have a 034 rear sway bar, 034 transmission mount, 034 rear subframe inserts. All those mounts and inserts are really there to replace or reinforce the OEM rubber mounts. Like the transmission mount is a $70 modification, and it's probably the best bang for your buck. All right, it takes out a lot of the slop that you get with the ZF8 and makes it feel more dual clutch-ish. Exterior stuff, this is the EMD pure carbon spoiler. I have black badges on the front and rear. I debadged all the S4 stuff. I just think it gives it a clean look. So those are Tag Motorsport paint match reflectors, right? United States law says you have to have amber and red visible from the side of the car. So I just removed those, and that really helped. One of the good things about the B9 is that amber is not in the headlight, right? It was just there on the body. So, you know, that's a pretty cheap, you know, you're talking 200 bucks versus like $1,500. The guys that are putting E-codes on their Audis just to get rid of the amber. Oh yeah, I did replace the mid pipes. So Audi factory sells replacement mid pipes where you can, you know, downsize the resonators. Those are, right, so after the turbo, I don't call it the down pipe because the cat is separate, so it still has factory cats on it. I just replaced the resonators in that mid pipe. Right. Paint's silver, super forgiving, lots of metallic, but I think that's it. I'm gonna try to keep this thing under 10 minutes. Hopefully I can edit it down to that. But anyway, thanks for watching.